Sure hope they got a bar.
Attention, gentle citizens. I've received word that we have new guests arriving at the Angel. Some of you may have heard their radio broadcast. They call themselves the Desert Rangers. They are lawmen and lawwomen who have come all the way from Arizona. So kindly show them your utmost hospitality. And remember, Fletcher's cleansing will be starting soon, so please plan to arrive on time to ensure you have a proper view. Good day.
Farewell, sweet Avalon. Fletcher got next to godliness because of his lack of cleanliness. Okay. Looks like someone took a rocket to the statue. That remains is a pair of rotund legs and a free-standing cane. A plaque on the plinth reads, "Pizza is coming." Pizza. Oh. Badgers! go.
Copy, Randy. Congratulations, Echo 1.
Have a trinket for that last one, so yeah, trinket for the last one there, so we can points in dungeon after that. We have a trinket. And lock picking. So don't need it with theirs. Yeah. Oracle. The stats in front of this Closer examination reveals that the leather armor of these savages appears to be human skin stitched repeatedly over itself. One. There appears to be no shortage of rope despite the obscene amount of bodies hanging around. One heard the gooch. And look, the gooch was just bunking out. The gooch needs to be safe. It's not safe. Nowhere is safe here. The gooch got no one. The gooch got no place. The gooch just needs some food, okay? Which is safe. Outside the wall ain't safe. The angel ain't safe. The gooch just wants some walls around the gooch. There's a hole under the fence over there, but that's just so the gooch can get out quick. Gooch don't want to be food. Keep mentioning food. That's all it is. Life feeds on life. Feeds on life, feeds on life, and man, the gooch knows this is necessary, but the gooch don't wanna be food. The gooch wanna eat food, and can you just leave the gooch alone? The gooch is not hurting anyone, promise.
What's wrong with him?
Bye bye. Don't give to a stranger yourself. What? Hey, Bruce, you broken my leg. I demand an apology. Help me. Well, you made up for hurting me, but etiquette does not require me to thank you in such a situation. Right, gentle crippers. Okay. There's a weird encounter.
Congratulations, Echo 1.
Kill that one? I don't know, would it be continuously leveling or burn sand some water? I can leave my post and I forgot to bring no one up. Can't I use this on that one? if I'm supposed to attack these or not, so let's go into... What's over here? Hello, gentle stranger. Welcome to the Angel Oracle, home of the Mennonites. My name is God Evelyn. This is God Baron. We are at your service. Oh, God, Donna needs water. Oh, jeez, I totally forgot. She asked me earlier and just plain forgot. I hope she will be okay. No, brother, Lebanon. George should be fine. Rangers, will you please take this canteen to guard Dolly immediately? Thank you for informing us of the situation, gentle wizard. It's greatly appreciated. Okay.
What a nice man.
Take it down there, Rangers. I feel much better already. Patched up Sandra as she fell from a tree. You're truly one of the good guys, gentle friend. We have our fangs, and here's a little something for your trouble. Yeah, we saw a hobo hiding near the wall. Oh no, I think I know who that is. Don't worry, we'll get him over to the hospital so Doc Edwardson can look after him. Barkley, please go assist our good troubled friend. What do you know about the Angel Oracle? Why are you standing in front of it? This is our home and we made it very nice. We have been broadcasting our message of manners and civility to the Wasteland, and we believe it's helping restore some civilization to the world. You're totally welcome to share with us, friend, but first you need to talk to the sheriff over in visitor processing. Where exactly is the sheriff? Sheriff Marshall is just inside the door here and she'll get you situated in the Angel Oracle. Just make sure you're polite and use your manners. That's the real key to our society here, you know? Okay, so much about manners. There's nothing more important than manners, my friends. It's the glue that holds civilization together. Are the Mennonite broadcasts coming from here? Oh, sure. It's a manners dispenses wisdom all across LA via the radio. It's a call-in show, and he really helps people learn to get along through the power of manners. Note that there is no central authority. It's how I came here, in fact. I got sick of fighting hobos for lizard legs and realized I could make something of myself. Maybe help rebuild civilization, you know? Maybe I could. But Levelin, I guess looked a little impatient. Perhaps we should hold our personal testimonials for a later day. What kind of radio do you have? I was told that we have one of the most powerful setups in the parts of Los Angeles. It's a really great promotional tool, don't you think? It just brings so many people together so quickly. Yep, it's a nice piece of tech to have. Well, Evan, having good manners doesn't mean we have to go spilling all our secrets. Like the book says, a little ambiguity is good in social situation. What do you think about Mr. Manners? Oh, he's a great man, our leader and the world's most knowledgeable mind when it comes to matters of propriety. You can tell me about the Mennonites. That's us, friends. We are the Mennonites, adherents of the Book of Nuisantingly Correct Manners. This is our home. If you come in peace and you're polite, you're more than welcome to enter. If not, well, I have to ask you to leave. You're looking for cat litter, got any? Well, we don't make it here, and if that's what you're asking for. But Mr. Manners keeps cats, and he has our scavenging teams looking for the stuff all the time, so he may have some. Could the radio broadcast me by cleansing? I normally don't talk about that with new visitor, but he seemed trustworthy. Mr. Manners is referring to our monthly execution. So Sheriff Marshall will go over it when she explains our rules. Okay. Yes, don't know if I'm gonna kill the pigs or not. Even Dubish. Sorry about this, but we need to ask you some questions. Make sure you're ready. So we can have someone come barging in and them complaining that they didn't know the rules, right? Let's answer the following questions and we'll have you on your way. First question, we're referring to a stranger. Do you call him sir or fuckface? Fuckface, no, I mean sir. Perfect. Next question, do you wash your hands before or after a meal? Before. That's right, because we're not savages and also we like to stay healthy. Okay, next question. Do you settle arguments with words or with blood? Words. Call everybody fuckface and I don't wash my hands and we do with blood. Welcome to the Angel friends. I'm Sheriff Marshall and I need to explain a few things before we let you roam free. You do know that we are the Mennonites, right? And that we put a premium on manners. What's all the fuss about using your manners? Well, society places utmost value on proper etiquette. What better way to maintain civility than by ensuring that everyone displays respect, care, and consideration for others? Mind your manners and you will fit in just fine here. You are the Mennonites. That's us, gentle speaker, founded in the ruins of the Lost Bellies bookstore. You could talk to our spiritual and temporal leader, Dick Manners, if you want to know more. You can tell me about Mr. Dick. Oh, Mr. Manners. Mr. Dick Manners is the guy who runs the show around here. He was raised in the Mennonite tradition, born and bred to be its leader, and he teaches us that the most important glue of society is proper use of etiquette, politeness, and civility. Hell, if we had known how to talk to each other back in the day, you think they would have dropped the bombs? What about yourself? I am Sheriff Yo-Yo Marshall, gentle speak. I'm in charge of making sure people here mind their manners and they stay nice and polite. When people come in out of the dust, who can say what kind of bugs they are carrying? Who can say their intentions are good? My job is to get people cleaned up and presentable, show them the ropes, tell them about the place, and make sure they are peaceable. And when the time comes, I take care of our executions too. You have executions here? Yes, gentle speaker, executions. But a nice and tidy little place, and sometimes people do their level best to make a mess of it. I don't like that. Not polite. Without the civilizing grace of manners, you know better than savages, so sometimes we're forced to show people just how serious we are. Don't savor the job, but we got one coming up soon. A little fella named Fletcher couldn't keep his bunk area clean. The filth drew in some roaches through a vent next to his bed. Hurt some people, wrecks and stuff, so an example has to be made. The roaches came through a vent? The ventilation system is connected to the steam tunnels that run below the field. Below the field, yeah. They're connected to every part of the Angel. We blocked up the one near Fletcher's bunk as well as we could. The roaches always seem to find some way in. Where are the roaches coming from? Hard to say, they live in steam tunnels below the Angel. They are mean, hungry, and damn hard to kill. You block up anywhere they come through, but given a proper motivation, like selling rotting food, they will bust through. What do you know about Fletcher? Nicest guy you will ever meet, polite to a fault, but he's so absent-minded he couldn't keep clean enough to keep the roaches away. Disgusting things. What do you mean by polite? Being polite is the law here. Being rude or unkept gets you the demerits. And if you get enough of those, what? You get put on trial. And if you're being bad enough to be on trial, chances are good you'll be taking a part in an execution. Not on the fun side. What you know about the Angel Oracle? This place used to be a gladiator arena or something. The letters fell off the front. They say, leaving the words as you see them. Looking for cavalry, got any? Well, we have some, but we can't give you any. Mr. Manners keeps it for his cat. I know that's a bit wasteful, considering its use in fighting radiation poisoning. But we don't get much of that here, so I don't ride him too hard about it. How can we help here? Would you like to help? That's great. Yes, great. Now that you've been processed and educated, we might just take you up on that. Right now, though, you should get acquainted with the place. You will stick by the few rules, but I don't suppose that's too much hardship for law enforcers such as yourself. There are rules. We live by the book here. I was brought up by Robinson, but we came to the Angel and took its habits, so surely you can too. First rule is to be polite. Second is to use your manners. Don't speak out of turn. Don't interrupt. Cleanliness is next to godliness. You know, like that. Do you know about the Robinsons? I am Robinson born and raised. We believe that the person has to take proactive steps to seize the maximum amount of power they can. In fact, maximum power is the name of the book we live by. And alongside the Mennonite's Book of Nuisantly Correct Manners in a Los Feliz bookshop. You know about Los Feliz? It's a small settlement northeast of here, past Hollywood, ruled by a group of Jesus freak types. That's why we left. They might have been holy, but they weren't polite. What you know about the Book of Manners? It's a book of nuisantly correct manners. Some people have Bibles. This one's an instructional book, though. And it keeps our society civil and correct. When people are polite, it sure is a lot harder to get to fighting. You want a real rundown? Talk to Mr. Manners.
Everybody's so nice here.
Wish they had more voiced lines. It's like you're reading a whole book sometimes, going through all these conversations. Okay, let's go to the left then. One hand the sun's point the way to various spots of interest: solar collectors, Mr. Manners, broadcasting, hospital, cafeteria, commons, general store. Stepping from the dark interior of the visitor processing onto the peristyle is a sharp contrast. A broad green field stretches directly in front of you, divided into small subplots where various gardens bloom and flower. Terraces hold neatly tended orchards and fields. Catch basins collect water for distribution through an ingenious plumbing system. At the far side of the stadium, a massive sheet of solar panels collects the sun's energy for lighting and power. Borrow some stuff. Fail! All drunk. 12% chance to hit. Already full? What the heck, man? Oh. There's something was wrong there.
Manners are the glue that holds society together. Never chew with your mouth open, and finish your meal so that nothing is wasted. Have a great day.
Other side. Kill them all later.
Doctors scare me a little bit. Well, mostly needles.
Look who we have here. Rangers.
Maximum power! Neutrons and guys is self-empowerment.
You deigned to stop by. I heard you were in the Coliseum, of course.
What can you tell us about the execution?
I think it's a mistake. And Mr. Manners is ignoring me telling him that. And that's an even bigger mistake. It'll be hard for him to rebound from that one, but as long as he tries to maximize his principles according to his heart, he should be all right.
You need any help?
Help me? Help us? No. The important thing is for you to help yourselves. Why be altruistic when you can maximize your own potential? See you around, Rangers.
That's the type who wouldn't buy a round when it was her turn.
Fuck this fucking field work. What the fuck? A lot of effing going on there too.
Teaching from the book. Etiquette demands that we act civilly toward one another.
Look, yeah, a free copy of the Using a Correct Guide to Manners.
We'll set you straight. Have a great day.
See, not sure what fit if we do this. Oh yeah, he did. I don't think we have any. No, Renji. What are you doing? been a bit of an F-bombing going on. Yeah. So tedious he can't move with them. This one. So it has to move around a lot of stuff. Oh, they're cannibals. Hospital. I guess we...
Some of these places got the denatured alcohol. Good stuff.
I'd love to talk to you, gentle ranger, but unless you need something from our pharmacy or until you occupy one of these beds, I'm afraid I can only give you a moment. There's so many people in your beds. But the thing your presence here means we're going to see more beds filled. Thompsons and Minorites don't get along well at the best of times, and we seem to have the need to show off for visitors. For the Minorites, we already know. We know about them. Tell us about the pharmacy. You need to buy medical supplies. We're open to trade if you're willing to sell supplies. That is also always appreciated. I'm also willing to pay a premium for certain ingredients. What ingredients do you need? I make most of my meds of badger tail, roast abdomen, frog eyes, and lizard eggs. Depending on the condition of the specimen, I'm willing to pay quite a premium. We're looking for calorie, got any? You want it for its entire gas? Nope. They got the trade. Had one badger tail. Air Jordans. Milk.
copy, Ring. Congratulations.
Okay. Microscope we need. Poncho. Son of a bitch. What do you want? Can you see I'm recuperating? Nice shiner, been in a fight. If you can call it that, fucking Gitlin jumped me out of nowhere, that pussy. Never would have landed a punch if he had given me a fair warning. Did he punch you? I have no idea. All I did was tell everybody he was the thief who's been stealing everybody's stuff. If he disagreed with me, he should have said something, not punched me in the nose. I thought Minorize was supposed to be polite. Who's Gitlin? Jonathan Gitlin, pansy-ass Minorize simp. Him and me are both trying to get into the civility and forces, but he doesn't have a chance now that everyone knows he's a thief. Ah, the spot's mine. How do you know he's a thief? I saw him. He was snooping around the ladies' room waiting for an opportunity. Nurse Flinkman had something stolen from the ladies' room a few days ago. It has to be him. But other stuff has gone missing. All kinds of stuff. Old man Palladino lost a watch. Nurse Flinkman lost some medical supplies. Lindy Lou lost her tool bag. That the Gitlin's a kleptomaniac. You can tell us where Lindy Lou is? Last I saw, she was working on the ventilation fans out near the farms. Where's Nurse Flinkman? She's around here somewhere. This is where she works. Where can you find Mr. Palladino? Usually hanging out near the commons area. But you didn't actually see him steal anything. You didn't have to. I know it was him, and now everyone else does too. I take it you're not a Mennorite? No way, I'm a Robinson born and bred. Carpe diem, motherfucker. That's my motto. A lot of F-bombs in this part of the place, huh? Okay, are you sure this has nothing to do with trying to beat out the Gitlin for the position in the Enforcers? Well, of course not. I'm just doing my civic duty, exposing crime and punishing wrongdoers. I would have beat Gitlin fair and square for that spot. Everybody knows I'm the better man. Welcome, gentlemen wounded, to the hospital. Do you require care? Do you provide medical care? You're in luck. You provide the best quality care to our patients. They are mostly hurt by mutant plants, giant roaches, farm accidents, and occasionally gunfire. And someone forgets to be civil. Non-residents, the treatment is only 20 scrap. Would you like to use our services? Sure. What do you know about being civil? You know, my patients are here because they couldn't remain civil. Lack of civility means blood and bullets. I guess politeness takes a while to learn. Tell us about the farm. Put a lot of hard work into it and it's really doing well, but somehow these people manage to cut themselves to stab themselves, or see that guy on the end? I had to pull a corn cob out of his rear. What do you know about the roaches? Misguided soul believed that the breeding roaches would help provide us with a steady source of protein. It is one of the reasons we all became vegetarians. Sadly, the offspring of those roaches have been growing and changing down in the steam tunnels. It's getting steadily more dangerous down there. So the Manorites don't eat meat. Only on certain special occasions they call it courtesy meat. Not to my taste, no matter how clever the cook is in disguising. I don't need it. I wish none of them would. Can I get level 8 on that one? Okay, so let's do like this. Have to should have done that to begin with when we started walking and talking to people now. Okay, so we got that one. I had a smart ass trinket. I'm so sure that I had that. Accidentally sold it, so. Oh yeah, why am I keep something she uses doesn't use them? Yes, we still running around with the big bad luck. Good though.
That other guy sounds like a bully.
Civil, blah blah, farm, yeah. Roaches, protein, yes. Harder, something fishy is going on. Tell us, what we do to you won't be to your taste either. Hey, look, the people here have a tradition, but it's one I don't find medically advisable. If it doesn't stop, there are going to be a lot more cases of madman disease in Angel soon. What is madman disease? It's a brain parasite that's transmitted by eating infected flesh. It doesn't always take, but when it does, oh boy. And it can only live in human nervous systems. Does that mean people are eating other humans? Well, you can add 2 and 2, I'll give you that. Well, people eat something that can transmit disease. The problem is that people don't listen to their doctors. They listen to their leaders, and in this case, the leader made eating human flesh a sacrament. Hopefully, now that someone has wrecked the cooling system for the meat locker, they will stop, but I doubt it. Until Manners stop eating it, nobody else will. What if we could get Mr. Manners to stop eating courtesy meat? If you could do that, you'll be saving the mental health of the whole Angel. None of them. Listen, speaking as one of the doctor to another. Is something wrong with it? Yes, on so many levels, but morality aside, it's killing them. If they don't stop, we're going to see a lot more cases of madman disease. How can you get hurt by a plant? Have you seen those giant tomatoes? Do you know what happens when something like that falls on your head? What can you tell us about your patients? Well, we got some very interesting cases here. The usual gunshot stabbings and accidents. And then we also got the polydactyl Syphilis from what? Let me tell you, that stuff is a real treat to treat. We're looking at cattle. Got any? We don't keep it here in the hospital, but if I ever need it for radiation cases, Mr. Manners is always willing to give us some. He has it for his cats. Yep. Heal us. Told me, yeah. Oh, wait, so we need to talk to the nurse. I'm glad to see you not under my care yet, Ranger. I talked to her about the stuff that's been stolen.
What do you want to achieve now, Rangers? See you around, Rangers.
Get some more coffee and continue. Perfect. And the cook Poston. Welcome to the Angel's Cafeteria. Food is served in the afternoon and evening. At least it is when folks on the farm do their job and my equipment's work. What's wrong with your equipment? It's fine. The salvage team will always bring back the parts I need when a stove or a fridge breaks. Well, usually. Kind of parts are hard to come by. The often you see broken toasters just laying around the wastes, you never find any dang heating elements. Mr. Manners likes his toast just so, and since my toaster's heating element is worn, I can't get it right. Here's a picture of calm, but I can tell you he's getting riled. Tell us about the farm. Right down on the floor of the Angel, grow all kinds of stuff: tomatoes, beans, potatoes, lettuce, peas, soybeans for protein. What kind of food do you serve? We are strictly, well, we are generally strictly vegetarians here by order of Mr. Manners. But the farm grows a wide variety of veggies so we don't get bored. There's also good clean water, and once a month there's courtesy meat for protein. Courtesy meat. You will have to ask Mr. Manners about that. I just cook your protein is protein, friend. It all winds up in the same place, you know what I mean? Why do I get the feeling you're talking about human meat? What, you tell me you had never tried it before? It's not a big deal. It tastes kind of like pig. Gotta cook it for a while to get rid of the stringiness, though. Makes me wish we had fatter people. Say, you want seconds? Where do you get your water? We collect our own, and the climate's good enough for here. We don't have to ration it. Yourself. What do you know about Mr. Manners? Okay, Mr. Manners has been a real godsend. Set me up in the cafeteria, gave me the run of the place. Never felt more useful. The special rules in the cafeteria? Other than polite table manners, well, just the seating rules. Over there's where the muckety mucks eat, and over here's for everyone else. Go sit in a good spot. Looking for cattle, what I mean? I don't know why you would want it, but I know Mr. Man has a love for these cats. So what do we get? Find a toaster heating. Hmm. 18%. Your 10%. Or we get it in room, right on the first one. Talking about the smart ass trinket, now we got one. Compared to the one he has. So, should be able to go this way. Okay. Well, let's go up here first and check the storeroom, I guess. Long way and see what all this goes.
Attention all citizens. I'm getting reports of screeching sounds coming from the steam tunnels. As you all know, the steam tunnels are a restricted area. This is for your own safety. Anyone found accessing restricted areas or anyone found guilty of stirring up the roaches will be punished. Remember, roaches may seem cute when they're small, but they are not to be taken as pets. Roaches are savage creatures. They'll take a bite out of you at the moment you let your guard down. Enjoy your day.
Robinson in a grey coat with bits of shrapnel embedded in his face, neck and chest. Rusted over pool of blood dries beneath him. In his dead hands clutch a screwdriver and needle-nose pliers. One hand is wrapped in a bloody bandage and his boots are caked in dried mud.
Good to see you again, Sonny.
Ten-foot-tall metal humanoid with an exploded ribcage. It looks like he had problems even before the explosion. One of its skull panels has been removed and wires stick out from the opening. Tools and watch parts are scattered around the body. D card, the front reads Runion Pearson Robinson, farm labor. Thank you for reading this card. Note from Malachi. Master, I'm in position. Sustain damage from roaches during infiltration. Have one Robinson to the cause. Send him to find items necessary for my repair. M.
What vile scheme was this one up to?
Submachine gun. Baby wipes. Don't need sense. Sell. Sniper rifle. There's the stolen things. That we needed to. What the heck? Yeah, the demolition almost maxed. Left click instead of right click. Press 1.
A dead guy! And a robot! Very nice. It removes 1 AP though, unfortunately.
The following trail sometimes, man, it's just... Got to take a little bit damage for the team. You have to sneak up here. Continue there, but I think somebody stole one of my feet. Yeah, it looked like there was something over here. Ammo. Hey, cutter. The heck, Ollie? Back into it. Okay. First. Critical failure, man. Gang with him. Do it just for XP. Critical failure. Okay. Let's see. Oh boy. I think I wonder how many people are gonna start broadcasting more ads, because Twitch has sent out a message now. Coming soon, earn a bigger 55% ad revenue split. Head to the ads manager and set your ads to 3 minutes per hour to unlock this rate. Wonder how many people are gonna do that one. 9 minutes ago when that notice came out. I think there's plenty of channels that shows already so much ads. I can imagine it's good for big channels, but small channels, you know, that want to grow. Yeah. I want broadcasters Pretty much have a minimum of 3 minutes ads per hour. I say minimum 3 minutes because to get the 55% well, ads in this channel only happens when you join this channel. That's unfortunately I have no control of that, and that's Twitch doing its stupidity. Oh, you mean OnlyFans? No. I mean, I have well, ad block. It doesn't. Well, it kind of works if you put in a script in it. You can. It works with ad blocker. I use. Well, I can say what I use. I use something called Twitch ad blocker. Because I can jump around a lot of channels and this radio's casing has been outfitted with a customized lock and computing interface. I don't want to get ads like constantly when jumping around channels. Low hum of electricity in the warmth from this receiver tell you that it's hard at work process. Radio signals. Large input panel will accept external repeating. Let's see. Now, the only thing I wish how it was, instead of how they're doing it, ads, they can be played in so many different other places on the screen and not take over the whole stream when they're being shown. I mean, you can take them up in a bit of a corner in the big screen, or they can be put over the chat window. The chat window people can close and not watch, unfortunately, so that's... There must be other ways they can do it than, you know, blocking the whole stream and just putting in... Sometimes they do, you know, big ad and they put the streamer up in the right corner about chat and stuff like that. I just wish they didn't make it so such a nuisance. There's better ways to do it, that's all.
Echo 1, Enemy base, go ahead.
It has to repeat it to the transmitter in the Angel Oracle, over.
Copy, Echo 1. Seeing a large boost in our range. They must have a strong transmitter. Should be able to reach all of LA and then some. I'll start broadcasting our message. We'll be hitting a lot of ears, so expect an influx of distress calls. Santa Fe base out.
I mean, I wouldn't use it. It wasn't so intrusive as it is. And then there's a lot of channels that have, you know, watching they play ads so often, it's like ridiculous. And they have it on automatic, so when something exciting is happening and all of a sudden you get just a big screaming ad right in your face, and it's like, okay, then you miss like the whole thing that's happening. Birds. Want you to... Okay. And now they want you to play a minimum of 3-minute ads per hour to get this ad revenue split. I mean, 3 minutes per 1 hour, I mean, I would say it's not a bad one, but I wish more people would play the ads at specific time. There are some streamers that does it very well. They play their ads, you know, when they have downtime, or they go have a little break, or they're waiting queues or something like that, you know, when nothing happens on the stream pretty much. I mean, that's the best way for people to do the ads. It's just people just put it automatic, you know, and then just ignore it. Yeah, they do it when they're on break, so they take a break every hour, or some people play, you know, games where they're sitting in a queue for a long time, in online games pretty much. Must be some other way to...
All these people in the How do they survive?
Attention, gentle citizens. The chef reports that the cooling unit for our meat locker has suffered inexplicable damage. Until our scavenging team can find replacement parts, we will be cutting back on rations of courtesy meat. I do apologize, but rest assured, we will have our regular communion again soon. Good day.
A teaching from the book. Force is the last word in an argument.
I mean, for the ads, it's only big streamers that makes anything out of it. Wait. Yeah, they're doing that with the subs now for everybody. How are they gonna do the 50-50 ads revenue with it? Osman, oh, new faces. Welcome to the Angel's General Store, Traveler. Do you need to buy or sell something? I'm open for trade. What you know about the Angel Oracle? Family, I came here when I was a little girl. It's been great home all this time. I hope no one upsets the balance. Traveler. What do you carry in your store? Oh, we got all sorts of stuff. Most of it comes from our scavengers cruise. We make some of the more technical stuff here ourselves. If you want medical supplies, head down to the hospital. Let me know if you want to trade. Tell us about your scavenger teams. Got teams to go out and scout the wastes for anything useful. If you have anything you would like to sell, I'm certain we can make a good use of it. And hospital, we already redeem this. Chung. Yeah, shot them. Should probably dismantle. Oops. We have to see what she has to. Weapon. 4-7. What the heck? Photon cannon. wonder if I should buy this one to blow up that door. Videomaker. We don't need any. Right. What if I should go on spree and just wondering if I should keep these books. I like grenades, so good to have. So expensive. What the heck is this language ahead? Do you want to fuck? Dark-haired, olive-skinned woman quickly scans you for weapons before returning her gaze to the nearby prisoners. I've heard of you, gentle rangers. What brings you here? The prisoners, or looking for the store? Found this photograph way back in Arizona. It looks just like you. Oh my god, that is me. That man is my husband. He and his salvage team left the Angel 2 years ago. They were headed to a pocket in the eastern radiation that had just opened up. No one ever been there before. They never came back. We never knew what happened. We had this hole. It was so hard not knowing what happened to him. But this, it means he made it all the way to Arizona. How's this even possible? A corridor in the radiation? A tunnel? Hey. Sorry, I'm just rambling. I can't tell you what it means to know just a little bit more. Could even be alive. He just couldn't find his way home. And if you made it here, then maybe someday he can come back. Or I can go there. Thank you, gentle rangers. I've been so hopeless I cover it to remain polite, but it just gives me real hope for the first time in a long while. I owe you. In fact, take this. Since I'm number 2 under the sheriff, I get first pick from the scavenger teams. But honestly, I don't need firepower like this in here. Does the jail work? The lines are there so the prisoner know where the cell ends and freedom begins. I'm here because the Robinsons sometimes like to step outside the lines before their time is served. What happens if they don't do their time? I got orders to stun them and drop them back inside the lines. They got the picture soon enough. Assume they got the brains God gave a cockroach. What do you know about the Robinsons? Yeah. Looking for cattle, got any? No. This man is blue. What can you tell us about these prisoners? These are... Those who are in here deserve to be here. The rules aren't that hard to follow. They get a fair trial with Mr. Manners and then they get to return to their lives. Well, most of the time. Don't talk to them, please. Isolation's part of the term. What do you know about Mr. Manners? Blah, 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 blah. You know about the store? Well, worth checking it out. We get a pile of loot from our scavenger teams. Best deal is an Angel. And we keep the store there so our prisoner can be on display for anyone going about their daily business. You know about the Angel Oracle. I finally came in with the original settlers. We've been building the place for generations. It's hard to watch it filled with strangers. But as Mr. Manners is always saying on the radio, how is the world going to become more civilized if we don't share our civility? And you pick up any radio broadcasts around here? Well, Mr. Manners started using radio to welcome people to join the Angel. Our parents figured he was crazy, that would bring a wave of looters down on us. Turns out he was more right to trust people. Radio's been a real blessing for us. How do you become a scavenger? Want to be a part of the team? Feel free to sell the stuff you find at the store. You might see some of our teams out there, helping bring civility to Wasteland one convert at a time. But we found the stuff though. Not allowed to talk to him. Maybe we talk to Mr. Manners about it. The press booth. This is
an uninvited guest?
Are you on the visitor list, sir?
If not, we'll have to ask you to leave.
Everyone will regret it if you don't. My friends and me? Yes. You... most assuredly.
Quiet, fat fingers.
apologies, sir.
At any rate, do please come back when you have been invited. Good day.
I guess now the polite thing to do is to count down from 10.
Let's do it. Give us a shitty one. Do that.
An uninvited guest?
Are you on the visitor list, sir?
If not, we'll have to ask you to leave.
Everyone will regret it if you don't. My friends and me? Yes. You... most assuredly.
It's so dry here. I'm getting nervous.
What?
A teaching from the book. It is rude to forego your personal appearance and the cleanliness of your home. Keep your area clean, brush your teeth twice a day, and shower daily. If you do things right the first time, then you won't be punished for doing them wrong. Have a great day.
Largos? I didn't think anything could smell worse than this manure, but this smell coming from your hobo friend. Making me crazy. Oh boy.
Oh look, goats!
Gus. Have any gloves? Well, we need to find these people, don't we? See if we had any gloves. Emerald free. So let's see. This is cargo. Oh, you should have heard before. There's another place there was a goat screaming like crazy. Then the vent just sucking and blowing all day long. Hey there, Rangers. Aren't you a bunch of strapping young guys and gals? Any chance I could convince you to help me with the ventilators? Only the ventilators. Okay. Well, I said previous when we found these screaming ghosts was because the goats heard people being, you know, from raped and so on by raiders and the like, and that's why they do scream like that. That's what they said in the previous part. And defense means a couple of blades, and the people who built it used metric instead of standard. We run up to the general store and see if they got spare pieces I requested. We just got stale air blowing through the vents otherwise. It's a tool bag. Great, I've been missing it. So it was Gitlin who took it? If it was a man named Runyon. Runyon? Really? Never would have thought he had it in him. Well, thanks for getting my tools back. Here, let me give you a little something funny. What can you tell us about the vents? You keep the interior space a little cooler and help clear out the fresh sense of humanity. It's already pretty limited due to all the blocked vents, so that's why I need to get this fan moving again. Vents are blocked? Summer, to keep the roaches out. They crawl up from the steam tunnels, get into the food, hurt people. Just have to block up one in the barracks. That's what got Fletcher in so much trouble. Left food all closed, all kinds of mess out. The roaches came through right by his bunk. Go back in Roach's B. She was not a lot to chase me, but looking down the maw of a giant roach is my idea of a good time. But the steam tunnels. Pretty ingenious bit of engineer from before the end. Every part of the stadium is connected by tunnels below ground. And all of the old ventilation energy equipment is down there. Want to get somewhere fast, you go through the tunnels, as long as you don't mind the effort per attention. Roaches. Chuck. First figure looks more pagan and less Christian, so it looks like the scarecrow on it might be wicked lashings and human bones. Hello again, we have met, Rick. What are you doing in the corn and poppy field? We get a lot of visitors here. It makes us all a little loopy. My name's Roger. Roger G. Did I say that already? What's about the corn? Delicious, nutritious, and just terrible for the soil. Real water hog. Good thing we got all these goats for fertilizer. These are the poppies? Oh yeah, you can see the syrup coming from the buds right now, can't you? These flowers are... They're like a free trip to dreamland. We use them to make morphine and painkillers. What kind of visitors do you get down here? Guess that's workers, mostly. I would probably remember if someone came through. Probably. Or had probably already. Damn it, Roger. Knock it off. Keep it together. What kind of visitors do you get down here? Guess that's workers, mostly. I would probably remember if someone came through. Probably. Okay. Workers. Yes, it's the same thing all the time. Thing I need, whatever you sell me. What? Character.
Polite, well organized, nice farm. These people are doing it right. Lou sent us to get some ventilator parts. Through the US Gophers, huh? Well, it's awful civil of you to the sister. We got a request and we're just waiting for her to come pick him up. Here we go. Thank you kindly, listen. You can carry them, can't you? You're really heavy and to be honest, you don't look very strong.
Errand boy. You're going to have that ventilator yet, friends? Yes. Thanks, sweethearts. I think I owe you a little token of my appreciation. Rodeo tickets. Small ticket signed by 1S Dangler, good for one entry into Rodeo. Well, that person is no more. That one ticket is useless for us. As Dangler is dead, tickets are not needed to get inside. Sure. Well, thank you so much. Hope you can intercede for me. I've been wrongfully imprisoned. Why are you imprisoned? His man must know I'm innocent. He must. I admit I did fail to wash my shirt a couple of weeks in a row. Did fail to pick up my room, and it did apparently lead to a roach infestation, but it wasn't deliberate. I've just been depressed. That's my wife. I'm usually very clean, and I can be again. You can tell us about your wife. Name is Elizabeth Shestakova. You can usually find her up in the farm near the solar collectors. He and Mr. Manners are good friends, which is why I don't understand this. Surely he wouldn't want her to be unhappy. What can make her more unhappy than the execution of her husband? Oh, buddy, you don't get what's going on, huh? Why have you been depressed? It's personal. My wife, she's been keeping to herself lately. She won't talk to me and she won't say why. I'm afraid I have failed her in some way, but she won't tell me how. It's really got to me in a state. What happened with the roaches? I'm out of the steam tunnels into my room and I take full responsibility for letting them in, but I helped stop them and then I said I was sorry. Please, you have to help me. Why don't you escape? I would never do that. Never. How rude that would be. But you know about Mr. Manners? Yeah, we know about him already. How can we help? Tell Mr. Manners I'm innocent. I'll wait here impatient and set me free.
Around for everybody. My friends are buying.
Porta potties. Oh boy, we're breaking into porta potties just to pick up some shit.
Back to surplus US military grenade. A small paper tag hanging from the pin simply says, "Pulling here makes your wildest dreams come true." This mate have we doing? Oh, there he is. Remember Mr. Man's dad? Boy, howdy. Did he get ruined when he died? Too bad for the stew pot. He said, "Hey kid, do me a favor, will you?" "Yeah, we found your watch." "Hey, that's great, thanks." So it was Gifton who took it? No, a man named Runyon. Huh, well, I'm glad I got it back. You wouldn't believe where my grandfather kept this watch during the war. Here, have a few scrap for your trouble. What you know about Miss Manners? Cat litter. All about going back to Mr. Manor about that. What kind of favor do you need? Listen, I used to be a civility enforcer back in the day, and remember an old dentist's office out west. They had all kinds of supplies, including denture paste. Well, I need some of that gunk to glue my teeth in so I can eat. You get it for me, I'll give you some sweet gear. You up for it? Sure. Brentwood Dentist. Good bot. What is denture paste? Glue for fake chompers. I really need it or I won't be able to eat solid food. It's the third time I've been reprimanded for slowness. What happened? Sheriff Marshall caught me with a dandruff from my shirt again, and I'm sure to get the axe next month. Oh, we got that for him. Clean up his axe, says shoots 20 times number for this one. Down, how about heading up front? Her fingers always dirty and untrimmed. Been on kitchen patrol for the past few weeks, her nails are clean. What if we sneak into the barracks and put some banned books on her bunk? I mean, get her executed in my place? How could I live with that guilt? At least you will live. It sounded like you were discussing using with this dandruff shampoo. Got a bottle of hair and shoulder shampoo? You saved me, Rainier. Here, take this banned book. We were gonna put it on my friend Edna's bunk, getting in trouble so they would forget all about me. I don't ever want to be tempted to do something that shameful ever again. Take this too. Not much but you about it. Oh, B for Vendetta. Hey, it's such a good movie. Perception skill. Okay. I assume you all have watched that movie. Maybe it's just gonna be shooting this, or
up until next. These are level ones. Hello, Peter. Yeah, more shit. Good for this one too. Yep. This one too then. Fortunately, you're not going back to Arizona or to the Citadel anymore. We'll be done in this area, so just sell that crap in this area. Give me my XP, damn it. 18% is kind of low.
Civilization at
Echo 1, Santa Fe base. Come in.
Is Echo 1, go ahead over.
Roger, Echo 1. Got a distress call from a house of pleasure near your location. Owner says God's militia have killed several women and are cleansing sinners as they come in the door. Sending coordinates to you now. Confirm?
Over City Brock. Confirmed over.
10-4, and your call on this one, Echo 1. But personally, I'm siding with the ladies. Santa Fe base out.
Get rid of the shit. Go to her.
These people wouldn't be so weird if they took a drink every once in a while.
Alright there, gentle rangers, please, or else my men will politely detain you. Our prisoner Irving Fletcher escaped from his cell in Commons. And I found that you show up and he would disappear, suspicious even. There's the deal, you will kindly pick one of your marital band to be our hostage, and then you go find Fletcher, please. If you find Fletcher, bring him home alive, you can have your friend back. If you kill him or fail to bring him back, well, we promised an execution, and it's just as easy to use a stranger implicating an escape of the accused. Might even be a better example, you follow? Vicious? You got any clues? At the risk of doing your job for you, you can check out the area around the cage for any leads. What do we get if you find him? You probably work out a deal with you. How about we give you access to the radio if you impress us with your work on this? What's so special about your radio? Thanks to our scavenging teams, we put together the parts to make one of the most powerful radios in all of California. If you truly are the lawbringers you claim to be, then it would behoove you to get your message out to a wider audience. Suspicious, us? I reports from very that you're conversing with the fugitive recently. Okay. You're selling your belongings, you're placing your armory for safekeeping. If you wish to speak with Mr. Manager, then go ahead. Place them on the visitor list. Heck.
Attention, gentle citizens. It has been brought to my attention that Fletcher had the audacity to escape. Please keep your eyes peeled and report any suspicious activity to your nearest civility enforcer. Until this matter is resolved, the execution will be placed on hold. Seeing as our guests, the Desert Rangers, are lawmen, they will be assisting in the investigation. One of the Desert Rangers has even graciously
Your second
volunteered
feature
to take
plus with
Fletcher's
seemingly
place
permanent
until
cast
Fletcher
of
is found and
chagrin.
returned
To be fair, he may
alive.
never leave it.
I'm sure
Live
this
down
will
Fletcher's
provide
escape.
proper motivation for them
No,
to
Ranger,
return our
Sheriff
friend Fletcher
Marshall
in a
told me
timely
you
manner.
would be looking into Fletcher's
Good day.
escape. I suppose you want to know how we got out, right under my nose? Oh, that's level 10 required? Yes, we want to know what happened. All I remember is a shadow and a sharp pain in the back of my head. When I woke up, I think I saw a faint trail leading away from the cage. If we can find it, maybe we can follow it. How am I gonna follow when the guy with my perception is locked up inside right now? Get hard ass. Pen. Get 1 point in 8 and then we've made it to 9. Oh wait, I could get into 10 anyway. The footprints are right behind the outcome. I see. Here.
A good drunk and a good fight, these people would feel a whole lot better. Well, 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 Lindy. That means we have to go down into the... Very fresh tracks leading towards the farm. Appear a footstep on the other side of the tracks, like someone was being dragged away against his will. Husband escaped the cage, know anything about it? My husband fled? I'm shocked. Didn't think he had it in him. You don't sound as shocked as you should. I think you know something. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, I just couldn't stand by and let him die. I got some friends to drag him away since I knew the poor fool wouldn't leave it on his own. Where did your friends drag him away to? I think I'm telling you that. Sorry, he's safe now and I'll be joining him soon. And we will be away from all this horrible Mannerite Robinson bullshit and just be normal people. Think that's horrible? Well, what we will do to you will be horrible if you don't tell us where he is. Hey, what do you want? I'm not giving up my husband no matter who wants to use him. Manners, Tori, they can both go fuck themselves. What did Tori want? Too embarrassing, too shameful. There's no shame if you were forced to do it. Please tell us. Tori asked me to seduce Mr. Manners. She saw how he always looked at me and told me she wanted me to get close to him and learn his secrets. She was looking for blackmail material so she could bring him and Mennonites down and raise up the Robinsons in their place. Didn't want to do it. I love my husband, but Tori told me I couldn't be a true Robinson if I didn't. She said she would throw us out, so I agreed. Please don't tell Fletcher about the affair. Fletcher know you had an affair with Miss Manners? It wasn't an affair. I was forced into it. Tori would have killed me if I hadn't seduced him. Manners would have killed me if I tried to leave. Please don't tell Fletcher. Where does your husband come into this? That's the bad part. My seduction worked too well. Manners fell in love with me. He wanted me for himself and decided Fletcher had to die. That's why Fletcher was arrested. Roaches. The execution, it's all Manners' scheme to get him out of the way. I begged Tori to help Fletcher and get away from here, but she wouldn't. She wanted Fletcher to die too. Why did Tori want Fletcher to die? She said it was perfect, better than blackmail. If Fletcher died and then I revealed that, instead of being executed for attracting Rocha, he was killed to get him out of the way so Manners could marry me. Then the Mennonites and the Robinsons would revolt against Manners for his rudeness and hypocrisy. Tori could take over. What the hell did any of that matter if Fletcher was going to die? I didn't want anything to do with it. But that heartless bitch said she would give her thugs, kill me if I said anything. There was no one I could turn to. More about Tori. Tori's our leader and she has to be more like a Robinson than all the other Robinsons. I'm a Robinson. I'm all for taking control of my life, but Tori wants control over her life at the expense of everybody else's. Not enough for her to win. She has to make sure everybody else loses. It's an obsession. But does Tori want to revolt? She says there is no equality here, no justice. The law is only whether Mr. Manners says it is, and she thinks he's crazy. Tori says she wants to make this an open and free society with herself in control, of course. What do you think of Mr. Manners? I can't stand him. He's just like Tori. All he cares about is power and enforcing his rules on everyone. What did Mr. Manners want? Simple. He is in love with me. He wanted Fletcher dead so he can marry me. Who are these friends? No way, I'm not telling. I'm not getting them into trouble. Tell me more about Fletcher. He's a sweetheart, a truly gentle soul. That's why I married him. Is it common for Mennonite to marry Robinson? No, it's not, but Fletcher is special. He's a sweet, lovable dolt. What do you know about the Robinson? I was born and raised a Robinson, taught to respect power, but when we moved here I married Fletcher, a Mennonite, and learned how thrilling politeness can be. Nowhere you can find a cat leader. Mr. Manor has plenty of it, it's all for his cats. Okay, I wonder if you're gonna talk to him. Let's see.
Copy, Ranger Team Echo. Echo, congratulations, sir.
Welcome to the Angel, as we like to call it. Did you have a question, gentle visitor?
We can tell us about the executions.
Yes, Fletcher will be executed when you return him. Civility doesn't enforce itself, you know.
Why do you address everyone with gentle?
Our gracious progenitor responded to every question with an appellation of her interlocutors. Gentle. Thus, we emulate her.
What do you know about the Angel Oracle?
We scratched our home out of the wasteland and civilized the savages who lived here.
Mayor Rhodia asks us to tell you that Rhodia is open for trade.
That is good news. Rhodia is known for their large reserves of ammunition, something we are always in need of here at the Angel. Tell the mayor that we are interested in his offer and that we will be contacting him soon.
Human meat is making you sick. Dr. Edwinson says it's destroying your brains.
Yes, he told me this before, but he's given me no proof. It's a theory, not fact. I won't believe it until he has proof.
Men rights are cannibals.
That's an interesting way to put it, friend. We prefer to think of it as recycling or as communion.
What do you mean by communion?
If you read the Bible, we are literally sharing the body, and in doing so, we grow closer to one another. Besides, we only eat the rude and the unwanted. Everyone has a chance to avoid this fate.
What would convince you to avoid eating people?
If we stopped eating this divine gift, what would we eat? Lizards? Chicken? That's disgusting. Now, if we knew where to get some cows, that might be a different story. We'd be happy to trade for those.
Maybe we can arrange a trade for beef.
Here's a note of intent to trade for cattle. It bears my own John Hancock. If you find an appropriate vendor, give him this in return for a sample of his herd. The Mannerite word is thoroughly trusted in the area.
What kind of vendor should we find?
Yes, a shepherd, rancher, or herder who can supply us with a steady stock of meat would profit greatly from trade with the Oracle.
You heard that courtesy meat is human flesh. Do you deny it?
Well, it's not something we like to talk about, since it seems to upset first-time visitors to the Angel, but no, I don't deny it. It is a sacred part of our tradition, and something that brings us all closer together.
How does eating someone bring you closer together?
Well, symbolically, we have shared the body of one of our brothers or sisters, making us all one. And, pragmatically, it makes anyone who's participated in the ritual complicit, and helps keep them quiet about it when there are strangers around.
What exactly is your tradition?
We hold an execution once a month, gentle questioner. The sacrifice chosen from among our own. Whoever among us has most failed to uphold the rules of the sacred book, they are taken to the commons and killed for their sins, and ours. The sacrifice is a catharsis, helping to clear the petty tensions that build up amongst us every month. It is also a way to keep everyone on their toes. They know they must always be on their best behavior, or they might be next month's sacrifice.
What's sacred about eating someone?
Would it be more polite just to bury them? I think not. For the good of our society, we must kill one of our own every month. Should we just throw the body away like it was trash? No, that would be wasteful and disrespectful. Instead, we use every usable scrap of it to feed our people, thereby honoring the dead, and giving our otherwise vegetarian population some much-needed meat. That is why we call it courtesy meat, because we do it as a courtesy to the executed, so that they know their death will have had meaning and worth.
Tori Robinson is plotting to take over.
They're doing what? I cannot accept. No, it's almost too obvious now. Her philosophy allows no room for harmonious coexistence. She will be dealt with in no uncertain terms. As for you, you have saved the Angel. I hope you'll harbor no hard feelings regarding your implication in Fletcher's escape. Speaking of which, We no longer require your aid in returning Fletcher. I will send word at once for your friend to be released and for all confiscated items to be returned. I believe Sheriff Marshall already promised you access to the radio for your help with the Fletcher situation. I would feel remiss to offer you the same reward twice. How about this in addition? Los Angeles is no longer the crime-free beacon of civility it was before the apocalypse. I will alert the armory that you may access any and all weapons we have. You can find it near visitor processing. As for the radio, my man Glenn will help you set up your equipment in the press booth, just through that modest vault.
You know about Glenn?
Our radio technician, of course. You'll find him over in the transmitter room.
You'd be very close to Fletcher's wife.
Yes, it would be rude to talk about the affairs of others.
Yeah. Elisaveta seduced you as part of Tori's plots.
I cannot believe Elizaveta would use me in this way. I am betrayed. Oh, this feels worse than the time I ate with the wrong fork.
Did you see radio?
I hope you'll be able to make some good use of our radio.
You're looking for cat litter, got any?
I'm afraid I need to hold on to my limited supplies. You see, I'm quite fond of my cats and they do appreciate a fresh litter. Almost as much as I appreciate a slice of fresh toast.
What's the big deal about toast?
It is impossible to be a good host without toast. And because of this, I have been haunted by failure.
What's wrong with your toaster?
The cook says the heating element is partially worn out, so you can't make toast without burning half the bread. I've already asked the salvage teams to keep an eye out for heating elements, but so far, no luck.
Okay, so no cat litter.
I'm afraid I need to hold on to my limited supplies. It is The cook says the heating element is partially... Farewell, gentle rangers.
That man might be a prig, but he seems to have the right idea.
Copy, Ranger. Congratulations, Echo.
Let's see. Okay. A trinket for +1, so we have max safe cracking, almost max lock picking. Maybe 2 levels before that. See what we need here. If I try and take a cat litter, are we gonna get shot though? Touch it. Being polite to touch other people's stuff.
Are you on the visitor list, gentle visitors?
They're okay. Sheriff Marshall put them on the list.
Oh, apologies. You're clear to enter Mr. Manners' office.
No, he's not number. No, he's not F1 anymore.
Attention, gentle citizens. I have received word from our guest, the Desert Rangers, that Citizen Fletcher was framed for the crimes he was about to be executed for. An attempt to get me to execute him unjustly so that his death could be used against me.
Do you want?
The
Oh,
person
brains.
who
What
framed
keeps
him is
snapping?
none other
Oh,
than
we already
Tori
done the radio.
Robinson, who wanted to bring me down and take my place.
Welcome back, gentle
That
visitors.
is the height
You're
of
clear
rudeness,
to head on in.
and I therefore decree that Tori be detained and questioned. The main gate shall remain closed until Tori Robinson is detained. All citizens are to stay out of the way of our civility enforcers. Those who interfere will be punished accordingly. Good day.
Do we have? let's go and hand in the super nurse real quick.
Attention, gentle citizens. Our guards report that Tori and some of her accomplices have slipped past our perimeter and are now at large. Desert Rangers, your presence
Medical
is
supplies. What we found, in fact, it wasn't Gitland, was it? Oh, it was a man named Runyon Pearson. Really interesting. I always thought there was something shifty about that man. Well, thank you for returning supplies. We're always short, so this is great help. Not much, but please take this small recompense for all your effort. Heal. The top one. We found a sick hobo outside the gate. Yeah, I've seen him, very sad. It was once our sheriff, Rob Gooch. But he started to go crazy a while back. In one of his lucid moments, I was able to take some samples from him. Got a rare brain disease. I suspect it's from eating human flesh. I call it the madman disease. There's no cure. This is why I'm a vegetarian. Okay, scrap, yeah. Told you not to tell on me. Okay, so let's see. No, it's. I mean, I hate when I messed up that stuff. Get some XP. Done it. Failed. Good, but then I would miss out on these. %7 is high anyway, so kinda high.